For years, I was the backbone of the enterprise, the SAP Basis admin keeping the lights on. But I felt the walls closing in as the world moved to the cloud. I saw the writing on the wall: legacy systems, shrinking budgets, career stagnation. So I made a leap. This isn't a story about starting from scratch. It is about strategically repackaging everything you already know to land a role in one of the hottest fields in tech, cloud data engineering with Databricks. If you understand transports, client copies, and system performance, you are already halfway there. Let me show you the map for the other half. Legacy systems are career prisons. Your SAP skills are the key out. You understand complex system dependencies. You orchestrate changes across environments. That's exactly what modern data teams do, but for data pipelines. Your deep operational control is a massive advantage. Stop seeing it as just SAP administration, it is production engineering. That mindset shift is what makes your skills so valuable and directly transferable. They told you keeping the lights on wasn't innovation. They were wrong. Your mastery of those critical, low-level data operations isn't just maintenance, it is the elite discipline of data reliability. While new engineers scramble to build, you already hold the battle-tested protocol for keeping systems alive. That's not a support skill, it is the core command of the data center. And this is your ultimate advantage. You have spent years in the engine room, feeling the raw vibration of data pipelines under load. That instinct for pressure points and systemic flow. That's exactly what we demand at cloud scale. When a multi-petabyte pipeline in Snowflake begins to falter, they will not call a coder. They will call the engineer who understands the physics of data. Forget a BAP. Your SAP skills are a secret weapon for the future. Ever felt like your deep SAP knowledge is stuck on an island? It is not. That expertise in complex systems and data flows is your superpower. Let's start by translating your exact SAP vocabulary into the language of the modern cloud. I am going to show you the direct parallels no one else is talking about. Think of sent22 dumps not as errors, but as rich log data for anomaly detection. Your grasp of SAP's complex authorization profiles? That's the mindset for fine-grained IAM policies in AWS or Azure. You already think in secure, governed systems. We are just applying that same critical logic to a new, boundless environment. Stop thinking of SAP as a fixed suite. It is your first experience as a system designer. You battled opaque transports and rigid schemas, that's the pain we translate. Your instinct to model complex business logic? That's the exact muscle for designing dynamic cloud data pipelines. You have been solving data orchestration problems for years, just with a different, more restrictive toolkit. Your SAP Basis skills are secretly perfect for high-paying cloud jobs. Your SAP system had its three-tier architecture: presentation, application, and database layers. Databricks mirrors this perfectly. The workspace is your presentation layer. The all-powerful control plane manages compute and users, just like your application server. And the data lake? That's your new, infinitely scalable database tier. You already understand this structure intuitively. Think about how you sized SAP work processes and buffered expensive HANA memory. Your Databricks cluster is that same critical resource. Driver and workers. That's your dialogue and background processes. You manage cost by right-sizing them, auto-scaling for load, and terminating idle clusters just like you managed your SAP instance profiles. This is your new performance lever. Master it. Now, the storage layer changes everything. In SAP, you physically managed files and table space. With DBFS and Unity Catalog, storage is abstracted. It is not a drive letter, it is a logical namespace on your cloud storage. Unity Catalog applies governance instantly across all data everywhere. This is your centralized control point, and it is already built. Forget SAP upgrades. Your real skills are cloud gold. Now, you are not just reading data, you are engineering it. PySpark is your industrial scale engine. And Delta Lake? That's your bulletproof, ACID-compliant foundation. This combo transforms messy, raw data into pristine, reliable tables just like SAP, but at cloud speed and scale. Master this, and you command the modern data stack. Here's the key unlock. In SAP, you trust your tables implicitly. Delta Lake recreates that bedrock certainty in the chaotic world of data lakes. It's not just storage, it's a system of record. You get time travel, seamless upserts, and guaranteed data integrity. This is the core discipline that makes everything else, your pipelines, your analytics, possible and trustworthy. But that declarative simplicity hides immense power. Delta Live Tables abstracts away the gritty engineering, letting you focus on the business logic. It handles orchestration, data quality, and pipeline health automatically. You declare the what, the framework guarantees the how. This is how you scale from proof of concept to production-grade engineering without drowning in complexity. Legacy SAP isn't a career, it is a slowly expiring contract. Think of your SAP reports as rigid, old blueprints. In the cloud, you are no longer just following instructions. You are the architect. Show me you can design, pull SAP master data, cleanse it in Databricks, and dynamically serve it to a live dashboard. Prove you can build the intelligent pipeline, not just run the predefined job. What if your SAP transports could talk? Build a transport impact analyzer. Use HANA's history tables or SAP change logs as your source. Stream them to Azure Data Factory, process the lineage in Databricks, and expose it in Power BI. It is not a report, it is a live prediction engine for what your next change will break. That's proactive engineering. Forget everything you know about ABAP monitoring. Your system is drowning in expensive, idle custom code. Build an ABAP graveyard profiler. Pull transaction stats directly from SAP, land them in Snowflake, and use dbt to transform the data. Visualize in Tableau. Identify and archive unused programs, turning technical debt into reclaimed cloud budget. SAP expertise trapped in legacy. Turn it into cloud gold. Your resume isn't a list of duties. It is an argument. Every bullet point must prove you can build and operate modern data infrastructure. For interviews, you will not translate SAP jargon. You will translate business outcomes. You are no longer just an administrator. You are a solutions architect in waiting. Own that. But that story is too simple. What's the deeper, more powerful connection you need the interviewer to see? How do you reveal the why behind your troubleshooting that proves you are already thinking like an engineer? Think beyond the error message. You trace it back to the underlying data flaw that broke the workflow. You do not just fix a transaction, you analyze the root cause in the data model or integration. That instinct to isolate the systemic flaw from the symptom? That's the core analytical mindset of a great data engineer. Own that shift. Your SAP Basis experience is a massive asset, not a liability. It gives you a rare production mindset. The transition is a direct skill translation, infrastructure management, performance, security, and life cycle. Success comes from building concrete projects that prove you can apply your old knowledge to the new stack. Pick one parallel from the first slide and build a small learning project around it this week.